These dorm rooms, my mind is blown. Some of them still look at me like I have four heads and make sure that Jeremiah is so annoying that people have no choice but to root for Conrad. Sometimes the court jester needs a night off. Belly has been putting her through hell. I can't even believe I'm talking about this right now. Welcome back to Talking Too Much with Hanna O'Reilly. I'm Hanna O'Reilly, and this is episode 12. Episode 12, baby. We're here. If you're in college, if it's your first year, your last year, whatever, happy move-in week. I've been seeing videos all over social media of move-in, and can I just say, okay, it is very evident that social media plays a big role in people's decision making, because when I see some of these dorm rooms are, unbelievable. Unbelievable. What happened to the two beds with the mattress that's like this big and it's blue and there's no springs in it. There's nothing comfortable about it. You throw on a mattress pad that slides off in the middle of the night. It's kind of like caught in the fitted sheet, half on the floor, half on the bed. You're groggy. You don't have your contacts in. You got to pick it up, put it back on the bed. The duvet's coming off of the comforter. It's a whole thing. And I feel like that's a lost art now. I see some of these rooms. I'm telling you. I don't even know if the Ritz-Carlton has rooms this nice, okay? Is this how these conversations go? You know what college you're going to, right? You join the Facebook group. All right. I was around for that. I did the Facebook group. That's how I found my roommate of 4 years, okay? So I know the Facebook group thing works. How do you pitch to this random girl that you found on Facebook, hey, listen, we had a theme for our room, okay? We color coordinated. We had some things that matched up. But when I say we had some things that matched up, I'm saying like we just made sure some of the colors meshed and we got wood letters to spell out our initials from like Michael's, okay? Guys, I saw girls installing crown molding on these dorm rooms. I don't even know. Some of these, I'm like, how is the door? Are the colleges allowing this? Like, my mind is blown. I'm seeing white comforters. We got embroidered pillows. Some of these beds are like literally almost touching the ceiling. I saw one of the dorms had a doorbell installed. A doorbell. As if the tuition's not enough money. They have these desks and these like candles and the fake books stacked up for the aesthetic. I can't even wrap my head around it. And they said our room was doing the most. People stopped by our room and thought we did the most. All we did was hang Christmas lights around the inner perimeter, okay, of the dorm room. And they were from, I don't know, Walmart, Target at most. We had two of our guy friends hang them up and they would fall off 3 times a day. And that's part of the college experience. I don't know where these girls are getting doorbells and light dimmers and all this stuff. I just want to let you know, okay? If you're in college and you're listening to my podcast right now, it's okay to not have a room that looks like that. Okay? It's part of the experience to have a room. And listen, I had a very nice room. But it's part of the experience to have a room that you're not afraid to get a little Cheeto dust on. Okay? You're not afraid to spill random drinks on it. Okay? Milk, juice, whatever. It's part of it. It's part of the process. Okay? Guys, when it was move out day, my mom and I were cleaning out my dorm. We found one of the to-go containers that they would give us to take to the dining hall under my bed with food still in it. We opened it up, smoke came out. I kid you not. So these Pottery Barn, white spick and span rooms, I don't even think I legally would be able to do it. It would last a day. It would probably last until the end of the TikTok being made, and then that was it. Anyway, maybe I'm jealous. Yeah, maybe I am jealous of those rooms. But I think I would have anxiety having a room like that because I think I would mess it up. No, I know I would mess it up, please. I'm sitting on a cream carpet right now, and every day I'm trying to get a new stain out of it, all right? Even this light gray couch behind me, we were pushing it. So anyway, so my whole feed's been college, and if you moved in this week, you're moving in, you got this. I mean, it is, I can't even lie, that's a scary time. Like, you are literally, you're not only moving away from home, you are sharing a room with a full-blown stranger, okay? I don't know. I don't envy anybody moving in. I'm trying to give positive advice. It's almost just like you have to do it. Like, you just have to do it. You have to learn, and it can go great. It can go not great, but you're going to learn regardless, okay? Anyway, good luck with college. I also have been seeing some videos of like, okay, so my feed is like all these sorority videos and like girls dressed in like the hottest outfits you've ever seen in your entire life. Everybody's this big. They're beautiful girls, and they're dancing outside like the sorority house and whatnot. And I mean, that to be a part of that, I'm sure is like a whole other level, and it's incredible, and sisterhood and yada, yada, yada. But I'm also seeing videos of girls that are sitting in their rooms alone being like, I don't have any friends, which, all right, now you couldn't waterboard that information out of me to post a video of me sitting in an empty room and at an empty table and say I have no friends and I just moved into college. Like, that's just, my pride is too big to be posting that. But if that is you and you are posting that, one, I'll throw it a like, but two, instead of sitting there and posting the video and editing it together, you need to get up and you need to go out and you need to introduce yourself to people. Okay, you need to go work a room. You need to learn how. It is scary. It's annoying. I mean, even at my adult age, like I find myself at networking events and I'm like, ugh, like now I got to make small talk. But when you're done, if you feel so good and like you learn how to do it as you do it, and it's going to be uncomfortable and you might flop a little bit, but you can't be sitting in your room with the door closed or sitting at an empty table and just think that like everyone's going to knock on your door and go out of their way. I mean, such is life, right? You can't be sitting at home doing nothing and just think that everyone's going to flock to you. Now, if you are going out of your way and you are introducing yourself to people and trying to make new friends and it's not working out, that's a whole other story, okay? You will find friends. You will find a group. Get involved. Sign up for everything. As long as you can go to bed at night and be like, I did everything I could to try and meet new people today, then you're good. But I'm sorry, you can't be sitting in your room with the door closed, okay? Prop that baby open. Go up to people. If people give you a hard time or they don't want to be your friend, go to the next group. It still happens. I mean, I go out of my way and say hi to people at almost 30 years old, and people like can barely give me the time of day, okay? So I feel you. And honestly, it's such a pet peeve of mine. I don't know. I think it just bothers me so much that like I'll be in situations where I have met people 100 times, and some of them still look at me like I have four heads. They all of a sudden can't remember who I am. Okay, am I coming off intimidating? Maybe. I don't know. I feel like I try to be nice. Like I go out of my way. I mention something about them. I'm like, how's this? How's this going? Something to make them feel comfortable. Nothing. But now, am I in the wrong to not want to go out of my way the next time and say hi to that person? Also, to say I have one person's name in my mind, I don't. I got about 10 people's names in my mind. Sometimes I get exhausted working a room, okay? It can be exhausting. So as much as I'm telling you, and if you're in college, to go work the room, yeah, there comes a point where, you're like, how many more times do I got to work the room before people start approaching me? That's a whole other thing. But it's just like, at what point do I get to just be like, you know what? Sometimes the court jester needs a night off, okay? I show up, I put on my clown suit, I bop around the parties, people still give me nothing. I don't know what to tell you. But then I feel like, maybe this is in my head, the next time I go and I see this person, I don't say hello, I'm the bad guy. Like all of a sudden, if the extrovert doesn't say hello, they're rude, they're mean, they're annoying, okay? Me saying all this, being like, maybe I'm intimidating. And I'm like, nah. Yeah, maybe it is me. Okay, sue me. Whatever. Anyway, how's everyone's week? We're just getting started here. Okay, so last episode, I ended the episode saying I was going to talk about the summer I turned pretty and that I might be listening to Taylor Swift. Okay, I need a drink before I do this. We are 10 minutes in and I'm just going. Okay, we got our cup. Seltzer water. We're doing Wegmans passion fruit. I got a case. I didn't steal this from my mom's stash, so we're maturing. Okay. All right. I guess I'll start. I think I'll start with the Summer I Turned Pretty. Okay. Now, I don't watch shows. I don't watch shows like regularly. Like I do reality shows. Okay, we've covered that. But I don't do series. And everyone was pushing me, watch The Summer I Turned Pretty and whatever. And I'm like, fine. It was slow in the beginning. It took me a while to get on board. And then suddenly I was hooked. Okay, 3 seasons in and I'm hooked, whatever. I am so far down a rabbit hole. I watch every behind the scenes video. I watch the cast doing lie detector tests for Vanity Fair or whatever. I can't. I'm like creeping on their Instagrams. Like, what's their lifestyle like outside of the show? Like, it has consumed me. And yeah, okay, it's a show about teenagers in love. Okay, so what? That I'm obsessed. All right? We all need to decompress some way, somehow, and this just happens to be mine. And I feel like the rest of the world's, okay? For once, I'm on the right side of history. I'm always into things that nobody else is into. Finally, I'm on board, okay? So I've talked about the show, like previous episodes. We are at the point now, okay, if you're not watching, okay, fast forward if you don't watch the show, because I can't even, I might give spoilers and I don't want to be like walking on eggshells while I'm talking. This was one of the best episodes yet. Like, to the point where I had so much anxiety during this episode. Like, I actually felt like I was Belly and I felt sick. All right, we're at Bally's. See, that's how annoying this name is. I can't even say it right. We're at Belly's bachelorette, okay? And she is, okay, she's trying to have fun, but you can tell that as the wedding gets closer and closer, she's feeling sick. Okay, and guess what, Belly? I'm feeling sick too. Okay, we're all feeling sick for you. I don't know why you put yourself in this position, but now we all got to deal with it. Anyway, it's her bachelorette, and every time, okay, so she's marrying Jeremiah, but every time the brother Conrad enters the room, you can tell she like can't focus. And guess what? Neither can we, babe. None of us are focusing. Okay? Now, okay, I was Team Jeremiah for the longest time. And I don't want any hate towards Jeremiah, okay? Jeremiah made moves. He approached Belly. Conrad was like sulking and like not talking much. And like, I get it. He was going through a lot, okay? His mother's death, okay? That's a big enough excuse. But Jeremiah slipped in there and he got the girl. Like, I don't know. Like, Conrad was giving us nothing. But now, this last episode, or last 2 episodes, we finally get to hear Conrad's point of view. These writers and directors knew what they were doing. They knew if we pull Conrad's narration out in the last second, the girlies are going to be hooked, especially the ones who aren't fully Team Conrad. Now, that was an example of me, of course, being on the wrong side of history. I was the only person that I knew that was Team Jeremiah. I've now since switched. And every episode, Jeremiah's getting more and more annoying, and like, I was giving him grace, and I'm telling you, they brought out the big guns at the last second. They're like, let's ramp this up and make sure that Jeremiah is so annoying that people have no choice but to root for Conrad. And it's working, okay? It's working. All right, so we're at Belly's bachelorette, and let me just say this, okay? I don't think best friend Taylor gets enough credit. This girl has got to be exhausted at this point, all right? Belly has been putting her through hell. She's with one brother, then she's with the other brother, then this one, then back and forth and back and forth. Finally, Taylor gets her to nail down one of the brothers, and she's planning the Bachelorette, and still on the Bachelorette, Belly's having doubts. Taylor's reactions, like, this actress needs, I think her name's Rain. I think. Please, girl, you were looking at her Instagram. Her name's Rain. Her reactions are just so, like, they're us. Like, she is such, like, the friend that's tired but still trying to be supportive. Belly gets crossfaded at her bachelorette, okay? She took a couple gummies and she drank a little too much. Actually, I think she had, like, 10 shots of tequila. I don't think anybody was talking about that enough. I don't know how she was alive at the end of the bachelorette. How are you having that much tequila and weed gummies? And you're sober by the end of the night? Belly's built different. Belly is not built like the rest of us. Belly, we need to be crossfaded while watching the show just to get through an episode, okay? Anyway. So, She's on the dance floor and like she starts like hallucinating and she's starting to have flashbacks about the other brother, Conrad. She starts losing her mind. We're losing our minds. Finally, she goes into the bathroom with Taylor, the maid of honor, and she is just admitted, like, all I think about is Conrad. Finally, girl. And then Conrad, but this is what annoys me. She confesses that and she has these moments and then she comes down from it and she's like, okay, let's act like that never happened. She runs to the beach. She's with Conrad. Conrad's professing his love and is like, why are you marrying my brother? Please don't marry my brother. And she acts like Conrad's crazy. She's like, oh, how dare you do this to me now? Please, girl, you were just thinking about him in the bathroom. Why are you gaslighting him and the rest of us? You know it's Conrad. You know it is. I am so mad at younger me for, first off, not reading the books, but also not even knowing these books existed. I was on my Junie B. Jones game. I didn't know The Summer I Turned Pretty existed. Because every girl I talked to is like, oh, yeah, in the books this, in the books that. I'm like, maybe someone could have lent me a book when we were growing up. I don't even know what year these books came out. Maybe when I was in like 7th and 8th grade, I would have loved it. Back to me saying, I have never been into a show this much. Okay, that's a lie. I've been into shows this much, but like I've never just been locked in with the rest of the world and following and giving my takes like this. And I'm so caught up that now we're like watching it episodically, right? Is that the right word? Where we have to wait every week for another one to come out. And I like can't stand it. Like, I don't know how we used to do cable TV because I'm waiting a week. And I'm like, dude, let's get to it. Also, they put the episodes out at like 6 a.m. I didn't realize that. I thought we were all watching at like 5 o'clock after work together, like back in the good old days. And then I like, can't go on social media the whole day because I don't want any spoilers. And people are quick to put out the spoilers. So anyway, it's been rough. It's been so fun. I am telling you, I'm going to lose it when this show's over. I really am because I've just really been enjoying myself and it's just been so fun to be a part of something. Now, I'm going to go against everything that I've stood for. I never am into the things that everybody else is into. Now, that sounds so pick me. Like, I am not like other girls. But I just like Taylor Swift, never got into it. Harry Styles, no. Like, yeah, I went to a One Direction concert. Was I like a diehard fan? No, I liked him like the rest of the world. Justin Bieber, now that's probably the one that I was like so into. Like, I would go to a concert tomorrow if I could. But like everything else, like I don't get into it. Like Disney World, like yeah, when I was in 5th grade, I was into it, but like I kind of outgrew it. Like I'm not a Disney adult. I don't know. I don't know. All that to say, it's kind of nice to be on this side of things and like get to be a part of the conversation. So I'm part of the Summer I Turned Pretty conversation. And then because they play so much Taylor Swift, if anything, I think they bought the rights to like every single one of her songs. Which when I see like they're cutting corners through the show, I'm like, yeah, because you blew the budget on the Taylor Swift album playing in every scene. Okay, you blew the budget on the music, and now we're cutting corners with some of the stuff that goes on in the show. Anyway, but because they play so, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. My mouth's moving faster than my brain can catch up. I need another drink. Because they play so much Taylor Swift in the show, and because the show has become such a part of my like nightly routine, I have like such a soft spot for it. So I've slowly been making a Spotify playlist of Taylor Swift songs. Okay, I'm like talking about it like it's like no one does this. Now, the name of the playlist is Not a Swiftie, and it's got other songs on it besides Taylor Swift. But it's been fun texting my 2 friends who are like big Swifties, like big, and being like, all right, do we like this song? And they're like, girl, you're like, first off, you're like 5 years late to this album. I'm like, okay, give me a break. Give me a break that I didn't go to the Eras tour, all right? Just be happy I'm on board a little bit. Now, I'm not a Swiftie. I'm not claiming to be a Swiftie. But to have her music on in the background when I'm doing things, while I'm driving, like I feel my brain to be more at peace than when I play trash. Who would have thought she has a song for every... I can't even believe I'm talking about this right now. Like, this is like so not me. Maybe it is me, and maybe I'm finally like finding myself. She has a song about everything, like every era of life. the Era store. No kidding, girl. I see why she has such a wide fan base because, okay, she's a genius. She's a genius. Like, let's be real. She's a genius because she's got these songs that me at almost 30 is like, oh, I remember those days. I remember that feeling. Like, she's such a good writer, and I can, one writer to another, Taylor, I see you. I'm like, that is some good creative writing. And then it's a song on top of it. So like, even if you're not into the writing, you can at least be into like the melody and like the music of it all. And I don't know. I just, especially like with the fall coming and like I can feel it, playing her music, driving around. Like, does Taylor have me in a trance? I don't know what is in her music. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm sorry. The other thing is, like, if you're young and you're about to enter into some of these eras that she talks about, like, you can also relate because it's happening in real time. Now, I never listened to Taylor when I was going through different phases of my life, so I'm kind of listening to her music more as, like, oh, I remember how that felt. Like, oh my gosh, that was such a good time, or that was such a sad time, or whatever. Like, she just knows what she's doing, and now she's got all of us by the horns. Please let me know in the comments below, like, what songs as like a non-Swiftie newbie, like, I should be listening to. My absolute favorite is False Gods. Oh, Afterglow. And All Too Well 10-minute version. I think I'm off to a good start. I feel like that's good. I'm not into like the Shake It Off era like that. What album was that, Red? If I'm right, like, okay, maybe I am a Swiftie. I'm not going to be like this like bandwagon jumping on, but I'm here to say I was wrong. I think she's not only a musical genius, she's a writing genius, she's a marketing genius. She knows what she's doing. Yeah, you can think she's annoying and like not be into her stuff. But we cannot deny the fact that she's extremely successful. Okay. And once you hit that level of success, you're going to have haters. And she knows what she's doing. And whatever team she's got behind her, call me, because, you know, we could usually hear it talking too much. All right. Maybe I'll put a Taylor Swift over this clip, just to feel something. So that's that on Taylor Swift. Okay, so I put on my Instagram story because I know that The Summer I Turned Pretty is going to be coming to an end in a couple weeks. And I finished some of my other shows. Oh, I watched Hunting Wives. Did anyone watch Hunting Wives? Everyone was saying, watch this. And I because I'm not a showgirly, I'm like, nah, I'm not going to be into it. I was hooked. First off, I was hooked at the fact that it was... Okay, there's so many elements to it. First off, it takes place in Texas, which my only tie to Texas is my best friend Emily lives there. But like, other than that, like, I don't know enough about Texas and what goes on there. So it was kind of cool to see what the lifestyle is like there. And I find it so intriguing to see how people in other states live, especially in a place like Texas. Like, I forget what part of Texas this was in. Was it Dallas? It was so deep into Texas just to see how the women are, how they dress, their mindsets, how their husbands are. Now, I get it. It's a show, but like, I think they did their research because this is pretty much how I had seen Dallas to be. So that was cool. And then just like, there was a mystery intertwined with it. So that added a whole other element. I like to see the fashion and like the wealth and it just was such a good show. Now, I don't know if because I watched the final episode so late, like 1:00 in the morning, I just was so tired to even have a reaction to it. But I wasn't like floored by the show. Like, there's some shows I walk away from that I'm like, I didn't see that coming and my mind is blown. This, I was like, all right. I mean, I figured it was going to be something along the lines of that. So there's some twists and turns throughout. It keeps you hooked. It's just a good show in general. And it's only, I think it was 8 episodes. Brittany Snow did a great job. She was a great actress in it. The woman who plays Margot, great actress. I don't know everyone's names, but it was a good one. So finished that in a week. I was like, I'd be like cooking dinner. I'd have it on my laptop. Like, that's when you know, like, I'm never like that. You know, I'm like a YouTube, like I watch vlogs and stuff. Like, I'm not sitting here watching series, but I've just been loving it. So, definitely recommend Hunting Wives. Very, very mature audience. Okay. I'm giving you a heads up right now. It's you need to have your head on straight if you're watching it. Be careful who you watch it with. Don't have kids around. You've been warned. Anyway, so last night I put on my Instagram story, like, listen, I need another show, okay? And everyone was DMing me, like, shows. Like, I have a whole list of shows now, but the one I got the most, I think probably 6 or 7 people told me, you need to watch Sirens on Netflix. It's a short series. It's a Netflix series, and your mind's going to be blown. And I'm like, that's all I needed to hear. I'm like, I'm in. And so far, so good. I'm only 1 episode in, and it ends a little weird. So I'm like, all right, I need to keep watching and see where this goes. So we're going to recap Sirens on the pod. And of course, we'll do a little more The Summer I Turned Pretty. I'll let you know what Taylor Swift I'm listening to. I'm just in like this new phase of life. Like it's been fun. It's new for me, and like my nights just look so different nowadays. Like I love just watching my show, and it's been really good. So I am so excited for this podcast and just like the creative journey I'm about to go on. I'm not going to say everything. That is such like a podcaster thing to say. Like, we're not going to give everything away right now, just like a little tease. But I have reached out to a friend to like work on photography and branding, and just I just want to take this to high levels, and I feel it in my soul that it's going to be good, and I'm so excited. Like, it's just so nice to do this and be excited about it and just get to like lean in on like different talents, like not only my talents, but like friends' talents. Like, how can we work together? Where can we use your brain and like scratch the itch that you have creatively and put it towards this and just have fun. Like, I'm just so excited. So please, if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow my Instagram at Hanna O'Reilly. I don't have a separate Instagram for the podcast. So speaking of social media, I run an account for work. I run my own account. I run some other accounts, whatever. It's a lot, okay? And I always say this, people underestimate social media. They think just because you have an iPhone, you can just run multiple social media accounts and just, do that. It's a lot of work. That's why, you can't really if you own a business, you really can't cut corners with it, because it is such a full-time job for some of us that if you want the time to be put in and the effort, then you got to put in the money. So anyway, all that to say, it's a lot of work, and I do it for a living, and I think it could get confusing and overwhelming and blah, blah, blah. I cannot even imagine being 75, 80, 85 and trying to figure out social media in this day and age. Like, I seriously, like, anyone who can, I give you a lot of credit, because it's just not easy, and I sympathize with them. So, all right, so a little backstory. I've been writing for newspapers since 2018. Like, I do it for side money. It's a way to keep my juices flowing and keep the writing alive. The newspaper asked me if I could go to a picnic over the weekend and just go and take some photos. So I'm like, yep, happy to. So I show up at this picnic, and everyone was 85 plus. Like, I would say maybe 75 plus. Okay. Yeah. Not 85 plus, 75 plus. And everyone was so nice, but like, it's just funny. Like, I had to wrangle everyone to like get in a group photo, and it was that alone was a full-time job. We got it done. I got the photos. I got everyone's names. It's also just like so interesting to watch them all interact with each other. Like, they just talk to each other like nothing. Like, they are so cutthroat with each other. I'm like, am I in the middle of something right now? Anyway, so some of the people there, they wanted me to text them the photos so they could have them, and they want to put them in like their newsletter, yada, yada, yada. So I'm like, yeah, no problem. I see that some of them have iPhones. So I'm like, okay, great. I'll text you the photos. So I'm just assuming like you have like $1,000 iPhone. If chances are you know how to use it, right? Wrong. And I don't blame them, but I'm just like, who thought it was a good idea to give them an iPhone? And I'm not saying you can't learn it, and if you hit a certain age, like, you shouldn't be able to learn it. But like, if you don't even know how to use it, the basics, it's not even a world worth entering if you've made it this long without it. So I text the photos, and then they're like, okay, so like, how do we see what you just sent us? And I'm like, oh shoot, we are so on chapter 1. Like, y'all should be using jitterbugs, okay? We don't need to be in the iPhones. It is so overwhelming, even for someone of my age, that like, if I'm 75, 80, 85, don't buy me something of that caliber, please. Like, I don't need to know. I don't need to know. It's not my business. So I teach them how to open a text message. Okay, so then we open the text message. Okay, mind you, I'm just here to take photos. I'm now running a full-blown crash course on how to open a text message. So then we're open, and please, I'm like telling this like as a funny story, but like I was happy to do it. It really was fine. But I'm like, okay, so here's how you open the text message. They're like, okay, great. So we see the photos. Now, how do we save the photos? So I teach them how to save the photo. Okay, we're good. Chapter 2 done. Where do we find the photos after we save them? I'm like, I almost wanted to just sit down and seriously teach them everything because I was like worried for them. Like, I'm like, this is so... Do you ever follow someone elderly on Facebook and you see them post something crazy or share something crazy? I'm like, I could see why this happens. I mean, I almost do it accidentally all the time. I can't even imagine. They don't even know how to lock it. Like, I'm like, this is a liability. Like, this is seriously a liability. Anyway, they wanted the photos so they could put them in their newsletter. And they were like, we need to email the photos to the group that does our newsletter. I'm like, no problem. All right. So like, let's write the email. Like, I don't know how to write the email. I'm like, you know what? Give me the phones. I'm like, I'm firing off emails, whatever. Anyway, I give him my cell phone number. Call me if you need anything. And what do you know? 8 a.m. today? Call. They need my help. So that's what I've been working on. No, I just like 2 points to this. I sympathize with people above a certain age trying to learn an iPhone. Like it's too much. It is too much. And if you are going to buy your loved one an iPhone, please bring someone in the home from the Apple Genius Bar to teach them how to use it. Or maybe Apple, if you're watching, you should have iPhones that do just enough. Like, it's almost just like, what's a better name than the elderly iPhone? Like, what could we call it? I don't know. We'll think about it. But I feel like there is a way that we could have an iPhone that's not at full capacity. Like, they don't need... I don't even know if they need to be taking photos on it. Like, quite frankly, because they don't even know where the photos are ending up. And that's fine. I'm not judging. It's just... it's so much easier for me to just like take the phone and do it for them. Anyway, 8 a.m. this morning, phone call from my girlie. Hey, I need you to resend that email. I'm like, it's on your phone. Do you mind forwarding it to me? Silly me. I don't know why I thought she'd be forwarding me emails. If she could do that, then she would just be sending the emails herself. She's like, no, but can you call the printing place that handles our newsletter and ask for this X woman and tell them we need this many photos in the news. I'm like, I'm just like an employee of this group now. And like, I'm like, you know what? I might as well just do it. I'll just do it. So that was my morning. I was on the phone with the company that prints the newsletters. And thank God when I asked for the woman that I needed to ask for, she was like, I know why you're calling. I know who you talk to. I'm happy to help. Let's do this together. And we were a good tag team. So we were just laughing with each other and it was good. We did it. And I'll never see the newsletter that I helped put together, but I hope it looks great, guys. I hope it really looks great. If you're considering buying your loved one an iPhone, let's think it through. Let's at least teach them how to use it. Or if you're not going to teach them how to use it, get them one that's simple, okay? Because then you end up, a girl like me, answering the phones at 8 a.m. and putting together newsletters for picnics, for groups that I don't even, I just volunteered to do this newspaper story. I didn't even know I was going to be roped into all that. And please, happy to do it, happy to help, but it's too much stress. Oh, this is what I want to say. I felt like the iPhone was almost too much of a reminder to them of what they were incapable of. Does that make sense? So like, it's like they know they want to send a message or they know they want to put the phone on speaker and then they like instantly get frustrated when they don't know how to do it. Or like if I say like, oh, just hit this. And they're like, it's like I can see the frustration in them. Like, I don't know what button you're talking about. And that's the worst feeling because obviously we all know the feeling, like even just in our day-to-day life, like when you don't know how to do something and someone's talking to you like you do and you're like, I am not grasping this. It's a horrible feeling and I can't imagine going through that feeling all day, every day with this little box in my hand and like the whole world seems to know how to use it but me. So I don't know. I feel like it was like a lot of frustration for them that they did not need. They were just trying to enjoy their picnic, and I just like honestly gave them a glimpse into a whole new universe, and I feel like it was very overwhelming. But okay, guys, that was a lot. I feel like I didn't come up for air. Please make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Let's talk too much again next week. Bye, guys.